Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Two Step Violin. Not sure if you can hear right now, but it's actually raining. But it's alright, what do when it's raining? You get an umbrella. But Brett, I don't know how to use an umbrella.
It's alright, just join the Umbrella Academy.
Alright, that was a very lame introduction, but yes, you guessed it. You have all been requesting this video. Well, this is it. This is the video you've all been waiting for.
We've heard your cries.
Oh, by the way, quick spoiler alert. Obviously, for those of you that haven't seen it, there will be footages.
So, I've watched a bit of this series actually. For those of you who haven't watched it, it's basically a superpower family, all adopted, and one of them happens to play the violin.
Her name is Vanya.
And of course, Vanya has this ability to control sound or some sort of waves.
Yeah.
And the violin is an excellent prop to be the weapon of mass destruction.
But anyway, that's beside the point, because we're not here to talk about the story. Instead, we're here to be the classical musicians on the internet, the violin detectives, to find out and review, can Ellen Page really play the violin? We'll be reviewing how Umbrella Academy portrays violin playing. Is it good? Is it bad? Stay tuned, let's find out.
Yeah. Okay. One fine tuner. Good start.
Yeah, they got that right. No 4 fine tuners. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, first of all, you see that high elbow in that shot? High elbow in violin playing means playing on the G string. Low elbow means playing on the E string.
Wow.
So high elbow means low register, low elbow means high register. Now she had a high elbow, but the music she was playing was high register.
See, my elbows are lower. You guys see?
Also, it had 2 string crossings and 2 bow changes, none of which...
And 2 different notes.
Yeah. Instead you just see... Okay, these camera angles are very quick, so it's hard to see what's happening, but as you can see in the next shot, she is playing on the G string, so that's
Pretty obvious.
yes. She did have vibrato though, which is impressive. Most
Actors don't do vibrato.
yeah.
So at least that shot showed it looked like legitimate vibrato. Legitimate vibrato.
Yeah.
I mean, the elbow looks good, the posture looks good, but obviously the sync.
It's just not synced.
The sync is. Move the bow up and down at the right time.
They're not giving us a lot of information with these kind of very artistic shots, but right now I feel like that doesn't look like someone a complete noob would do.
Yeah.
So there's actually 2 possibilities. Maybe it's either she can't play or she can play, but the director just told them her to play anything, and then the editing, or they just didn't sync it. They just didn't bother syncing it. Can I just say that is so accurate?
Sounds like our life.
Shit, we're late to rehearsal. Shit.
Ah!
Our concert starts in 10 minutes.
It's already started when we get there. Well done. That was very good. That was
Nice
good.
job, Umbrella Academy. Very accurate portrayal.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
I hadn't noticed.
I don't know. I feel like that scene is quite accurate. Even the way it's like she's stumbling to get the shoulder rest
I'm
out.
trying to get it ready.
Yeah, the
And
concert master
concert master
looking
like,
like, oh, That's
Yeah,
pretty good. That's
that's
pretty
good. Nice one.
Yeah. They got that right. The B flat. She's in the right position. Right bow. I mean right string.
Angle, A string, yeah.
Yeah, they got that one right. So one thing we noticed in the scene actually, and maybe you have noticed too, is that the camera, whoever the camera person is or whoever directed the shots, is very skillful in shooting violin playing in a way where you can't really see potential mistakes. If you have seen our previous videos, you'll probably find out that the four biggest giveaways, dead giveaways to bad or fake violin playing, is they have a crooked bow, left hand note changes, right hand bow changes, and shifts. So now it's very slow music, so it's easy to keep a straight bow. They very rarely show the left hand. It's always like
It's either
the face,
face or just the
some like artistic shot
bowing, moving, and nothing really. There's never a full shot.
where you see the face, right hand and left hand together.
Yeah. Another thing they do very well is they cut in a way where you don't know if the bow's been changing or not.
Yeah.
Or it's always in between a note that's already been playing.
So it's actually quite hard to tell if these people are legitimate players or not. But this is our suspicion.
So we looked at Pan. Most of them seem like actual musicians. As you can see here, the lady on the right in the black playing cello has quite a legitimate looking vibrato for the cello. Vibrato is when you wiggle your hands.
Yep.
Same with the other musicians. The bow angle is exactly where it should be. Except the concertmaster is not vibrating and everyone else is vibrating.
Yeah.
But this is just a classical musician's professionally trained viewpoint. So I don't know. She might have her own techniques.
So two interesting things here about Ellen Page's violin playing. Her bow change at the frog kind of halted and stopped. It was like... You can see a bit of a... which is understandable because bow changes at the frog are quite hard. But that suggests that maybe she's not a violinist. But that's very weird because in the first episode, that full body shot, she was doing proper bow changes.
strokes.
Look at this one. If you, in this shot, you can see the elbows of the musicians next to her extending normally.
Yeah.
Whereas her elbows a bit locked and kind of just
Yeah.
doesn't really move. So very interesting. We're getting a lot of conflicting evidence. Sometimes she looks like she can play,
Sometimes.
other times she can't. So much mystery. Just watch the next bit to find out.
You were great today. Really, really great. Thanks.
Oh.
It's those runs in the Stravinsky, and I've been hacking at them for weeks, and you just
Make them look easy. What's your name again?
Oh. Oh.
This is so intense. I need to turn my flux off.
Vanya?
Vanya. And how many years have you been stuck at third chair? At a certain point, it's not about practice. It's whether you've got something special. And maybe you just don't.
Oh.
You can put in your 10,000 hours, or you can go find something you're actually passionate about.
Oh.
Stop slogging away at Stravinsky like a scared 13-year-old.
Oh my god, that was so savage. They just kept coming. Like, I thought that was a savage line, and another one came.
She stacked it up.
Oh,
It's like
bro.
savage on savage on savage, savage.
I think it's an accurate portrayal of the types of issues that classical musicians do face, but this type of conversation never actually
This one
happens
never
there.
happened. Yeah.
It's
And-
like
and-
an exaggerated
Yeah,
portrayal.
yeah. And it's like what people think would happen, but
It's
really,
what people think inside, but
Yeah.
no one says
no one's saying it. Like, well, I think you just don't have talent, man.
Think it over.
What a If anyone ever talks to you like that, you tell them to go finger their own G string. No, don't say that. Alright, so the script writing's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty good. But
I
let's,
think it's pretty intense.
it's very intense though. Let's see if we can find out if Ellen Page can actually play violin though. Alright, stop. What do you think of that posture right there?
Beginner! Okay.
Left hand fingers too straight, like that.
Dude, you don't...
Neck is tense, that's amazing.
Her neck is very... And the bow hold seems very tense.
tense.
And looks different to the one before, actually.
It looks different, right?
It's like this. It's more like here out. It's not like this anymore. It's more like here, but still really spread out.
Yeah. That's also a beginner thing. You don't do that.
You don't do it in an audition.
You don't go like, I'm gonna play for you something.
Yeah, you don't.
So it's starting to show like it's starting to seem like Ellen Page can't play the violin.
Okay. Doesn't that look way off, the sync?
The sync is
She was
way
like,
off.
she was changing so many strings, but we know this piece.
Yeah.
It's obvious that there's too much string crossing for that piece. We both played the piece before. It's
Yeah.
I'll do the acting. Yeah, ready?
Okay. It's a lot more calm. It's not like wow.
You're not playing a Tchaikovsky.
It's like yeah. Do you see that?
Yeah, that was.
What? It moved. I thought you couldn't play. What? How come you're hitting all the notes right now? What? Stop playing with them.
That shit.
She's tricking us.
It was shifting. That was right.
Just all the right positions.
Yeah. Okay.
She played every note.
Amazing. I'm so confused.
Okay, you know what? Let's review the evidence we have so far in these current episodes. In the first episode, she's playing incorrectly, but there were a few shots of vibrato or bow changes look like she can play, but it's just incorrect syncing.
So there were a few moments in there where it was very obvious that she was a beginner, from the bow hold and the posture. So.
But then suddenly, just when we've decided, okay, she can't play, out of nowhere she nails every single shift and note in a fast spark. Something that's impossible for a beginner to pull off.
Especially with that posture.
Yeah.
That posture does not equal that bar. It just.
One final thing that I noticed is every time that they show her face, they never show the left hand. And it's so close up that you can't really see the bow changes either.
Yes.
What do you think, Brett? What's the verdict?
I don't know.
Just a verdict. What is it?
Stunt
double. We think they're using a violin double here.
Yeah.
So whenever you see a full body shot or shot where you don't see her face, it's a double that can actually play the violin. And when you see her face, it's her, and that's why.
It's very obvious that she is a beginner at the violin.
Yes.
That's right.
You know what, let's look it up, actually. I want to see if there's any information out there.
Vanya can play the violin, but can Ellen Page?
Ellen Page cannot
Can
play
she
the
not play the
violin. I mean, Ellen Page can now play a slightly decent Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Oh, really?
But
We were right. But let's see, she used a stump double.
that's about it. Yeah.
Learning on the job.
Yeah, well, I was lucky to have an amazing teacher and who, was very patient with me, and an incredible double, like 16-year-old prodigy. Her name's Imogen, and so she just played so beautifully. So for me, it was just about trying to look as comfortable as possible. It is so hard.
Yeah.
Like, whoever can do that, I admire them greatly.
Stunt double confirmed.
Right, let's move on. So we've established that we didn't even need to do this 10-minute video. We should have just looked it up. But
Yeah. Anyway, guys.
anyway,
Thank you for watching, supporting our channel. Hope you subscribed already if you haven't watched. But let's keep going.
yeah. Alright, let's see. I think there's more to this show has to offer than just the the portrayal of playing. It also portrays the life of a violinist accurately.
You realize now that despite what your family has said to you all these years, is that you are special.
You know what I really need to do is practice.
Thank you, Umbrella Academy. 100% accurate depiction of musicians.
What I really need to do is to practice. That's right. You're not practicing watching this video, so you might as well hit pause, go practice, and come back. Actually, no, finish the video first, then go practice.
Can we pick up where we left off?
No, the violin. The concert's tomorrow.
I need to practice. The concert's tomorrow. Oh, so spot on.
Good, Vanya.
We had a breakthrough today, Vanya. This thing that's happening to you, it's important.
So is my music.
Oh!
Hey, son. You got into med school today. This is important. But so is my music.
My music's just as important too.
Are you okay?
Alright guys, another very 100% accurate portrayal. This is a musician in their practice room, full of anger, frustration.
Do not talk to the musician when the concert's tomorrow. Just leave them alone. Dude, this is gonna become a meme.
Hey Brett, I know you're practicing, sorry to interrupt, but do you want to come watch a movie with me?
I need to practice!
Are you okay?
I need to practice! Dude, that's gonna become a meme.
And I'm like, oh no.
That's gonna become a meme.
Oh,
This is so
man.
meme worthy.
This is
Okay.
so good.
I heard a
Oh! 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 With the bow! Is this allowed on YouTube? We'll blur it out! Guys, the bow is not a weapon. The bow is to make a sound.
How many times have we told you do not sword fight with your bows? When your teacher tells you pow 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 pow, stop the sword fighting. Well, that's because this happens, guys.
Please don't sword fight with the bow.
The bow is a deadly dangerous weapon. So, there, as you can see, Umbrella Academy, there's a lot of different elements that come into play in how they portray the violin. And I think all of these elements are very well represented in the last finale.
So I think they use the double really effectively. Most of the shots are done so well. It's like either a distance shot or close-up shot, and so you don't really see like the face when it's needed to play. And here we can see a good job of the double for the 16-year-old hitting all the notes properly and doing all the correct shifting and bow string crossings.
Second element, Ellen Page. Okay, so when it comes to the shots that does show Ellen Page playing with her face, if one observes clearly, it is obvious that she isn't playing what's right. It doesn't look like she's that familiar with the violin. However, I will say, for an actress, she did quite a good job, just kind of, at least the expression, looking relaxed.
Okay, so whoever directed the camera angles was very clever and knew or had a good understanding of the violin.
Yes.
So for example, in this shot, she covered her left hand with the music stand. So, and that's a very good use because unless you're looking at it very carefully, even pausing the video, you won't pick it up.
Yeah. I'd say unfortunately probably the main downfall is the editing, and I don't even know if it's editing because it's not editing in the sense of the cuts, but just the syncing. Like for example, as we said earlier in the first episode, where the music played just completely does not match. But say even in the same finale, right? Here you see the double nailing every single note. In the very next shot, again, it's not seeing the face, I'm assuming it's still the double, but yet now it's not synced up. The music and the left hand and the bow is not synced. So it's like, to me that's just like the editor doesn't know violin playing and they couldn't be bothered aligning the music with the visuals.
Alright, now of course the portrayal of the violin to the mainstream. It's a very interesting portrayal this time. I mean, it's cool to know that violins can have superpowers.
I've always dreamed about that as a
I
kid.
know, it's like, finally!
I think they did a pretty good job with a lot of details in portraying what a musician's life is, like shoulder rest, being late to rehearsal. Yeah, even the scene where she told the orchestra to sit back down. Very, very realistic as an orchestral musician.
Yeah.
It's like you're a slave to the soloist. If the soloist tells you to play,
You're
you have to play.
Sit back down, okay.
Well, there you have it. I'm not sure what you guys were expecting. I mean, after getting all the messages, I expected it to be really, really bad. But I actually was pleasantly
Well-
surprised. It was quite good.
At least the world is progressing in
Yeah.
the right direction. At least the shots were slightly better.
The shots were good.
And
They
they
had
got
a double.
stunt double. Yeah. Nice. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want more, subscribe. And if you don't know anything about classical music, you can check out other videos. See you next time. Go practice. That's right. As Alan Page would say,
Are you okay?
Go practice!